Well, hello and welcome back, and thank you for coming back. Today we're going to take you on a little trip all the way from Paphos Airport to the Passidonis Avenue in downtown Paphos, which is the hotels road. So most people are going to fly into Paphos International Airport, land on an aeroplane, get off that aeroplane, get on a bus, a hire car or a taxi, and they're probably going to go to one of the hotels in downtown Paphos. So this is the route you're going to go on. So before we start our trip, watching Receiver Booth would like to give you a very, very big hello.
Hello everybody, how nice to see you again and again.
And again, so stick with us. Now a traffic jam has formed. Anyway, come on Receiver Booth, let's go.
Yes.
So stick with us. This is the drop-off and collection point for Paphos International Airport. Great little airport, by the way, and I use the word little because it is little. Yes, it has the word international and it wants to be a big, big, big boy, but it's actually not, which is a wonderful thing. It means you can walk through this airport in pretty much 5 minutes, and when you get here, even if passport control is busy, it'll take you less than 10 to 15 minutes to get through this airport. When you come out the airport, the arrivals and the departure entrances are literally side by side. When you are departing, you go through either entrance. It's the same airport, same terminal, if you understand me. And you come straight out, and then right across the road to you is a car park, and there are lots of buses. Now those are the buses that the tour operators are offering, obviously, and then that is the short stay car park in front of us. So perhaps if someone has left you a car for you to pick up, a friend or a family member for example, that's where that car will be. The car park beyond that is the long stay car park, and then the car park to the left of that is where you would collect hire cars from and drop off hire cars. So that's the likes of Hertz, Panteras, Avis, Dollar Eurocar, all the big boys are here, if you understand. Now we are coming to the main drop-off and collection point, and here it is, and there's Gumbaros in blue walking everywhere because of course they want to move you on. Let's try not to run them over, Receiver Booth. Let's let them go. So they're patrolling, trying to stop congestion obviously, and trying to help with the flow of passengers. Today's quite busy.
Yes.
Here we go. So that, as I say, is the actual departures entrance. In the middle there are 2 or 3 heavily armed Gumbaros that we can see, a couple of soldiers and a couple of policemen, and then that is the arrivals entrance, which is where you're going to find all the pre-booked transportation taxis, maybe minibuses, and of course if you've come through and you want a taxi, that's where you would go. Again, across the road there are further tour operator buses, so if you can't find your rep, walk across the road, find the bus with your tour operator's name on it, TUI or Jet2 or whatever it may be, show them your tickets, your departure and arrival tickets, and they would know if you're on that bus or not on that bus. Receiver?
How nice you explain it, Mr. Paul. It's like I'm watching you on the screen and I already know.
Well, you can watch me later.
I already know what to do when I go out from this door of the airport.
Hopefully we can be of some help. This is the offices there, Hertz, Budget, Pentaris, Fizzler, Sixth, Astra. So again, that's the collection and drop-off points if you've hired a car. If you perhaps hired a car off a more local firm, they will be waiting for you at the main arrivals entrance, probably with your name on a placard. So you'll go up and say, hello, how do you do? And then they'll take you to your hire car. Anyway, we are now exiting the Paphos Airport compound. We're going to go left. And this is a long, long straight road with a slight curve halfway along. But it's quite a dangerous road, and I'll warn you now, please be very careful on this road. Stick to the speed limits because there are Gumbaros around now and again, but as you understand, when you are leaving airports and arriving at airports, often you find people that are, should we say, driving dangerously. When they come into the airport, they're driving too fast because they're late, or perhaps they're a taxi, don't mean to insult them, or when they're leaving again, they might find they're late, or they're a taxi wanting to get rid of you and get back to get their next ride. So please, please be careful on this road. Be very aware of your speed and be very aware of the cars behind you and of the cars that are coming towards you, because you do find some of the worst driving in the whole of Cyprus on this road. And that's not just the locals, that's the expats and foreigners in hire cars as well. So please, please be very, very careful. And we are actually pretty much on the area of Mandria Beach, by the way, to our right, and then to our left now coming up is the army base, and obviously they've got a runway that runs parallel to the Paphos Airport runway. So again, a very safe airport, because obviously there's a lot of military communications going on around here, so you haven't got to worry about, well, terrorism, shall we say. Terrible word, but we don't want to use it very often. Receiving?
I was thinking, you know, as we already passed that big flyer or leaflet, Demokritos Tavern, they are advertising on the way.
Yes, they were advertising, yeah.
Have you seen it?
Yeah, I did see it, yeah. One of our gumbarus in the, well, it's towards the bottom of the Bar Street area, and then the road that we go takes you down to the plage. And it's the oldest traditional taverna in the whole of Paphos, and it's called the Demokritos Taverna. Greek dancing pretty much every night of the week, or some kind of entertainment, plate smashing, that sort of stuff. Good food, good atmosphere, good entertainment, very good service, reasonable prices. And if you watch our videos, you see we've been in there quite a few times, and the gumbaru who owns it often gives Marika a hug, or he gives us a big wave. He's a nice guy, to be honest. So this is the road that keeps going straight all the way, and then at the T-junction at the end, we're going to go left, which will take us towards Timi. That's the first village, and then eventually on to Paphos. If we were to go right, we would go out towards, should we say, the Pasuri area, and then eventually on to Limassol. But you can't actually go all the way now to Pasuri on the old road, because part of that road by the Aphrodite's baths has collapsed. Well, it's just after the Aphrodite's baths, so you're able to get to the Aphrodite's baths and have a wander around that love rock and perhaps come back pregnant, but you can't continue on your routes.
Why don't you explain this story?
Well, you tell us. Go on, you tell us. Russians believe.
Yeah, Russians believe that if the woman hasn't got the babies she's married and she wants to get pregnant and she can't for ages, then you have to go there and swim around this Aphrodite rock, which is huge, believe me, 3 times, and then she will be pregnant suddenly.
But we all know the truth. What it is, there's gumbarus around the rocks, and should we say they help her on her mission, and she ends up pregnant. Anyway, that's a Russian fable, I think is the word. So if you're Russian and you want a baby, swim round the big Aphrodite's rock 3 times and you'll come back pregnant, that's for sure. There we are. So this is Timi Market now. Well, this is the road through Timi, and all of this traffic is the traffic that is parked up and is going through Timi Market. That's what it is. There's our gumbaru. There she is. We weren't going to run her over, but the bus was, so stick with us. She's a nice lady, actually. She actually promotes down on the harbour area. She promotes the Zorki and the glass bottom boat, and she's also got one of those aganas. I think that's how you say it. Ian will correct me if I'm wrong. And you can have your picture taken with the iguana. It's called Liberty, and they charge you €1. Well, you make a donation of €1, shall we say, and you get to take pictures. Very, very, well, very, very famous in the Paphos harbour, and a wonderful creature, if that's the correct terminology to say. And it understands what it's doing, or it appears to, and it understands that it's a star, shall we say. And there's someone else that understands that she's a star. And then we got the Coco in the Pelican restaurant as well. So there's 3 stars in the downtown Cato Paphos harbour area. The iguana called Liberty, the pelican called Coco, and the beautiful lady called watching to Vivian LaBouffe. There we are. How's the driving, LaBouffe?
Very good, very nice.
Very good, very nice.
For me, I'm not on a highway anymore.
Yes, there we are. So, if you've watched that video, watching Receive LaBouffe, well, she doesn't like highways at the best of time. Now, I'm going to put the sun visor down, and the reason is because the windscreen is cooking, and it cooks the camera, and believe it or not, it then says it's overheating at this time of day. Yeah, outside it's 33 degrees, if you're wondering, by the way, according to the German lady. And the German lady, who is the Mercedes, never ever ever lies. So it's 33 degrees outside. So this is the road that connects the Paphos Airport through Timi village. The next village we're going to come to, I think, is pronunciation as Alechia. Doesn't mean much to you or me, because not many people stay there. If you come from the airport and you want benzene, well, there's your first filling up point, the Shell station. Not the cheapest benzene station in Paphos, but of course if you need some, you haven't got much choice. We understand that when you're on airport roads, the price can be that little bit higher. That's the same in England, Germany, Belgium. Oh, Mr. Phil, we have not forgotten you and Houslesky over there in Antwerp. So keep going, LaBouffe. we've got another 8 kilometres, so that's about 5 miles before we get to the area known as Paphos. How'd you say that sign there?
Achillea.
Achillea, I'll let you. Right.
Godfather.
Yes, nice little village, by the way.
Yeah.
It's got a nice taverna and it's got a nice quaint little church.
Really?
And I do know some people who got married at that little church because it is a beautiful little church. So stick with us. We've got about another 5 to 10 minutes of our, well, wobbling on. But it's quite a nice little route, quite a nice trip. And as you can see, the sky is blue, the sea is blue over yonder. I'm dressed head to toe in blue, obviously. All that's actually missing is you. So get yourself on a big bird, land yourself at Paphos Airport, and then, well, you can come on this road and see the beauty and the spectacality of downtown Paphos. Very, very nice place indeed. Again, this little bit of road here, because it's straight and there's plenty of pull-ins, beware, there are gumbarus in blue and they can be hiding absolutely anywhere. Now, this road sign here is telling us Paphos is 7 kilometres, and it's telling you if you take a right, you would go up to the Paphos industrial zone, and that's where I am with a body shop and a car mechanics if you're curious. But I'm very rarely there. So, if you want to find me, come and hunt me down in one of the coffee shops in downtown Kato Paphos. That's where I'll normally be. Or I'll be in Paya. Krasivia the booth, looking very beautiful. You're driving very nicely today, Krasivia.
Oh, really?
Yes, yes, very, very well.
Oh, thank you.
Very calm, 2 hands on the steering wheel. Not much frappe drinking going on. And she hasn't got flip-flops on. Always a good sign. If someone's drinking frappe with flip-flops on one hand hanging out the window, on one hand on a mobile phone and the other hand, how long have they got to? How are they driving? Exactly. Stick with us. We haven't got far to go. So we're going to take a left down here, Krasivia the booth.
Right?
Because this, yes, left, that's right. So we're going to take a left and we're going to go down to Kato Paphos. This is the sort of dual carriageway area that's been constructed over the last 3 to 4 years, and it's to allow the buses and all the traffic down to the hotels to actually bypass Paphos town. A good thing and a bad thing. Good if you want to get to the hotels, but bad if you've got a kiosk or a shop on the way, if you understand what I mean. But overall, it's a good thing. So stick to the speed limit along here, please, Krasivia.
Yes.
Around about 70 kilometres an hour.
I'm 71.
Because the Gumbarus in blue,
63.
63, there we are. The speed limit on here varies between 60 and 70-ish kilometres. So if you stick to that speed, pretty much wherever you're driving around in Paphos area, you will be fine. So you'll see signs that say 50. You're allowed to travel up to 69-ish kilometres before they're going to book you. So travel at 60 everywhere and you will be fine. Even on your way out to Coral Bay, there are certain stretches that say 60, but the majority of it is a 50. So again, 6 to 60 kilometres an hour, and the boys with the little cameras in the hand, or the camera vans that are parked up, will leave you alone, and you won't get there any slower because there's things called traffic lights, there's things called other cars on the road. So you can race all you want and you won't get there any faster. Krasivia?
The fish and chips yesterday was, I'm obviously hungry. Today for.
Was it? Right. So we went to TJ's Fish and Chips yesterday afternoon because we hadn't been for a while, and we fancied, well, we were pondering, what should we have? Should we have pork kebab? Should we have moussaka? Should we have this? Should we go there? Should we go there? And we decided, ooh, fish and chips. We hadn't had it for about a month, so we went to T&J's Fish and Chips, which is the last place if you're coming up Bar Street. That way, Krasivia. Her orientation is awful. That's a dead end.
Oh,
And that will be back the way we're coming. So we're going to go that way, aren't we?
okay, continue.
Right, so we went to TJ's Fish and Chips and we had fabulous fish and chips, fabulous service, which you always get, nothing to do with the fact that they know us, and we've gone there for over a year. And when I asked for my bill, the bill didn't come. And then I asked for my bill and the bill didn't come. So in the end I got up to go to see the boss. I said, where's my bill? And he opened this little box, because they give you the bill in a little box, very, very cute, in fact it is. And the bill said 000. And I was shocked, I was humbled, and I said to him, look, it's never about getting free food or free drinks. We recommend you because we believe you're the best. We recommend you because we like you. We recommend you because your service is great. And he said, his exact words, your money is not welcome here. And we thank you, and we thank you, and we thank you. So we'll come back tomorrow. Nope, only joking. Only joking. So I left a nice tip for the ladies. Anyway. But we'll go back in about 6 weeks. If they want to treat us again, thank you very much. And if they don't want to, that's fine. Straight, you see, straight.
I don't know,
The orientation is absolutely awful.
Yes, but I know where is a nice shops.
Yes, that's right. Simon, Jeremy, there we go. So this dual carriageway bit is pretty boring, but it takes you all the way to the roundabout, as we call it, that links the Debenhams Road roundabout, if you understand me, down to the Paphos roundabout. And then we're going to take a left at that roundabout. Not at this roundabout, we're going to go straight.
We're going straight.
We're going straight, yes. We're going straight. We don't actually want to go to the Yereskipu beach area, which if we went left, I'm going to show you the sign now. There it is, there's a Brian sign there. It says Yereskipu coastal area. So that's Yereskipu beach. That's the official name for that beach. But again, there's confusion for that beach because some people, some of the locals, will call it Rikos Beach. I would call it Rikos Beach. So if someone says, oh, you're coming to Rikos Beach, that's where you're actually going. Yereskipu Beach. And there is
a water park there, by the way.
There is a water park just over there.
Is it?
There's the Aphrodite's water park to our left. We don't go and make videos on it, and the reason we don't is because they've got loud music playing, and we are too stupid to edit, too lazy to edit, and on top of all that, we don't actually have enough time to edit. And a lot of people have told us that they like the videos to be raw and live, so our videos are definitely raw, definitely live, and definitely not very good.
I would say someone who editing, they are lazy because they don't work in the real time. They don't work.
Well, yes,
as
I mean,
we do.
without trying to insult people who edit, because there's some great videos on YouTube that I've watched, and I understand there's great effort gone into it, but also, how do I say this without insulting them? It's very easy to walk around a hotel with a hidden camera and film and then edit it and put your sound over it. And I'm not trying to complain now, and it's very hard to walk around the hotel holding a stick with orange sponges on the end of it and a camera in your hand, jibber jabbering, because the management spots you straight away and says, oi, get out. So, and that's our problem. But slowly but surely we're winning those hotels over. Slowly but surely the businesses are coming to us and say, look, come and film us, because they're understanding that we want nothing other than them to allow us to film, to create content and fun and games for you to watch. The end game is the more views we get, hopefully viewers will come to us over and over and over, and obviously advertising will go onto our channel, and then obviously the advertisers pay YouTube, and then YouTube pays us. It's quite simple. Anyway, receive at a booth, take a left.
Quite a nice bushes around.
Yes, they are now trimming them for the winter season. So we're at that roundabout. So this is the Paphos roundabout. There's the sign that says Paphos and the Paphos Harbour. So this road takes us down to that hotel at the very end, which is the hotel we were thrown out of last week, which is the Olympic Lagoon. But don't worry, we got thick skins. We'll be back in there again when we get a request, because it doesn't bother us. Unless they're going to phone the police and actually physically arrest us, we will continue to do what we do. So coming down here now to give you again some bearings. On the left hand side you've got the Avanti Hotel. There is 4-star Avanti Hotel. That's where Tony Nancaro and Wendy stayed. We're going to go right, receive you a bit. And now this is the Pasidonis Avenue. So if you were to go left, you've got lots of hotels. We've got the Olympic Lagoon in front of us, and as we continue going right, we're going to come after hotel after hotel. This is actually the triangle area that we're on now. Various pubs and restaurants. You've got the Shamrock there to give you a reference. That's an Irish themed one. You've got the Amphia Resort to our left hand side. So that's a hotel apartment complex. You've got the Amarvi Hotel coming up in front of us. And then after that, of course, you've got the Alexander the Great Hotel. We're going to park in this car park, and we're going to dismount and take you and show you a beautiful, beautiful view. If there's no music playing, we'll go and climb the snake, because the view from there is truly spectacular. So park the car up, receive your booth, as close to the bottom as possible, because we don't want to walk, because we're lazy.
Most of the people are like us.
Yes.
Because
Put it in there, receive your booth, we won't be a minute. Come on, pop it in there. I know we shouldn't, but we're actually only going to be here 1 minute, I promise you. Right, we're going for a dismount, and we're going to go up the snake. and we'd like you to come with us. And as you can see, the glasses have not misted up, which means that the humidity is quite low. Let's have a look at the beautiful, beautiful woman known as Miss Ochin, Krasivia Lebouf. There she is. Thanks for that nice drive, Krasivia.
I got 2 complaints of you. I had 2 complaints of you.
Yes?
Yes.
Which
that
were?
My orientation is...
It's Sherlock Holmes.
Yes, twice you said,
Yes,
but it doesn't
it
matter.
is. Her orientation is beyond belief Sherlock Holmes, unless you cross her palm with several hundred euros and tell her you can go and buy some clothes or something.
Oh,
Guess
that
what?
would be nice.
There we are. She knows her way to those shops, that's for sure. Well, should we say she wobbles around and eventually finds them. And when she comes back, she always brings you change. Don't get me wrong, she does always bring change. A very honest lady. She comes back and says, I only spent 297 euros, there's your €3 change. Let's hold the rear end and see the elevator. There we go. So this is the Snake. Nice view, isn't it? Beautiful. There's a nice sandy beach down there. We are to the rear of the Amar, the luxury 5-star hotel. And this is the Snake. And we're going to climb it to the very, very top. And then we're going to show you that great, great view, the blue, blue Mediterranean Sea. It's absolutely glistening and gleaming today. It's spectacular. Have a look at that.
And I would like to say to you that that drive of me was very, very pleasant. And I would like to tell that we are thanking you so much for watching, for being with us. And please don't forget to come and see another of our madnesses.
Thank you. All that's left for me to say is thanks for watching. You like what you see, hit the like, click subscribe, come back for a little bit more of our madness. There's that view again. Thanks for watching.